Hi everyone, just thought I'd do a quick update on how the fry are getting on. So it's been about 2 weeks since they hatched now, about 18 days I think since the fish spawned. They're all doing really well. As you can see there, they've all grown a bit from what they were. Still got loads and loads of them. They're a bit easier to see now anyway. Starting to see some grow at different rates to others. Not quite got any Tobies yet, but I don't think it will be long now. For anyone who doesn't know, Tobies are what they call the ones that grow a lot quicker than others, and they get to a point where they start eating some of the smaller ones. You have to either sort of separate them out, or well, all the smaller ones get eaten really. But yeah, there's a few, starting to see sort of slight differences in colours. There's some yellowy ones and there's some sort of darker grey ones as well. Yeah, interesting to see. The tank's starting to go a little bit green and mucky now. It's really hard to do water changes without sucking up any of the fry. The sponge filters with the K1 bottles are working really well anyway. In the main pond, having a few issues at the moment. My Sheba, I don't know if you could quite see it there, it's picked up a little mark from spawning. It's knocked a scale off, and it's got a couple of scales that are raised around it. I have had it out and treated it a few days ago, and a lot of the redness has gone down since then. So I'm hoping that's going to be alright. You can see there's a couple of lifted scales there, but it doesn't really look too red. My water clarity is not very good today. I don't know what's happened. It's been really good the last few days, but it seems really bitty today. But as well as that, my new crush goy, I've seen that flick a couple of times today. So I did a scrape on it, and got flukes again. I don't know whether I've had the flukes in the pond from earlier in the year when I treated them, not totally got rid of them, or if it came in with them and brought them back into the pond. I did scrape it when it came in, and I didn't find any when it first came in. So I'm not sure on that one. But we're going to treat them again anyway today. So using Kasuri Fluke M, just been down to my local koi place to pick some up, and we'll see how we go. Hopefully we can get rid of them. But the water's lovely and warm today. It's at 21 degrees at the moment. My bloody skimmer's just popped up. Anyone who's got one of these floating skimmers will know they do that from time to time. Sometimes they just pop out of the water. It's been really good. I don't know why I did that. It doesn't do that very often. So I'm going to get some of this added to the water now. It's mixed it up in a bucket. It says to add it bit by bit over an hour, so I'll get a little bit in now and keep adding it over the next hour. It's going to make my water nice and cloudy for a few days. With the koi fry, now I've been changing water out of the main pond into the fry tank for doing my water changes. So it does mean I'm going to have to do a fluke treatment on the fry tank as well. I've worked it out, and I need 1/4 gram on the fry tank. My scales are not quite that accurate, they only weigh to the nearest gram, so I've had to weigh out 1 gram and then split it into 1/4. So we'll give that a go and see how we go. Always seems to be something up with the fish, seems to always be treating for something. But hopefully this will be the last time. So that's all in the pond now. It's gone a little bit milky, but not too bad. Yeah, you can see that mark on the Ashiba a bit better there. I really hope that heals up. It's probably my favourite fish, that Ashiba. It's a real shame, but they do bash each other about a lot when they're spawning, so. But it doesn't seem too bothered about it particularly. It's still up and feeding anyway. They're all desperate for some food. The water's so warm. Yeah, we'll see how we go on. I'll do 2 treatments with the fluke treatment just to make sure I get it all. Hopefully that'll be enough. And the last thing I've done is got this fish feeder set up now. I've had it for ages, but I've never really I haven't used it because we've been in lockdown and I've been able to feed the fish whenever I want. But going back to work in a week or so, so I thought I'd better get it up and running. Because any floating feed seems to end up in the skimmer quite quick. I've just put sinking food in there. I've set that to feed 3 times a day, just to sort of feed them in the day while I'm at work. So it feeds twice in the day, and then I've also set it to feed once at night. I always think when you feed them in the evening until the next morning's quite a long time really for them going without food, and especially when the water's warm, it's good to spread it out throughout the whole day. So it feeds them at about midnight as well. I don't really like feeding floating food in the dark because they don't always get it all, but not so bothered about the sinking food. They always manage to find all of that. So yeah, we'll see how we get on with that. Seems to be working fine for now. I've checked it a few times and it seems to be working, so we'll see how we go. Last little look at the koi fry. Put the fluke treatment in there. I think, yeah, I've got to treat them really. I haven't seen any of them flicking or flashing, but I don't know whether they even do that at that age, that small. So we'll see how we get on. But yeah, they're coming on all right. I've started feeding them a lot more, and they seem to be growing a lot quicker now. They seem to be sort of noticeably bigger every day now. I'm feeding them a bit more. Feeding them a mix of a few different things now. I'm still feeding them a little bit of egg yolk, but I've also starting to put in some of the fry food, which some of the bigger ones are eating, but some of the smaller ones are not. And I've also been feeding brine shrimp as well. I bought some brine shrimp eggs off eBay, and hatching them out and feeding them to them. They seem to really like them anyway. I'll try and get a video of feeding them, some of them on the next video. But yeah, until then, I'll see you in the next one.